I've played more of than like any other. Yep, it sure is. 2025 streaming. We're back at it. It just took me a month. Um, I I usually play on very different classes, and I very rarely play on the hardest difficulty. But this is by far, and really this is just because I remembered how great the genophage is. Wait, well, okay, not like the well. I'm gonna get so very much canceled for my takes on the genophage, but that's a problem for a different time. So, starting off Mass Effect.
Welcome to Alliance Military Database. Classified information requested.
They redid this. Originally, it was a little more goopy looking in the original. We're playing Legendary Edition because, well, there's not really a lot of reason to go back and play the older versions.
Confirmed.
This is like 100 and something gigabyte download. No. Considering that we're romancing an alien later, no. We ain't playing Renegade. Renegade is the racist route. We're not playing that. But I am going to get canceled for my defense of the genophage. Alright, so, enter new ID. Alright, I haven't actually thought about what we're going to look like.
Log in to access your profile.
I was named YoheerVT at birth. That was... Alright, next. Yeah, originally we just like it did like a bunch of files or something. I have not played the original 2007 since I got the Legendary Edition. Alright, so let's see. I'm thinking space or a colonist. Colonist does let us be racist against Batarians, which is perfectly fine. Fuck Batarians. We don't like those slaving bastards. Earthborn is... I never really could do Earthborn. You're an orphan raised on the streets of the great megatropolis on Earth. You escaped a life of petty crime and underworld gangs by enlisting in the Alliance. Colonist is pretty good because that one I like how that one goes, honestly, and it feels pretty good reason for you to enlist. Also, it probably has the best origin quest. You were raised on Mindor, a small border colony in the Attican Traverse. When you were 16, slavers raided Mindor, slaughtering your family and friends. You were saved by a passing Alliance patrol and enlisted with the military a few years later. And then Spacers, Both your parents were in Alliance military. Your childhood was spent on ships and stations as they transfer postings to postings. Honestly, this one is the most relatable to me. Never staying in one location for more than a few years. Yeah, it's really... Following your parents' footsteps, you enlisted at the age of 18. Colonist is... let me... Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, colonist... Yeah, I usually go colonist, and then we have the one that really affects more of our... This one doesn't give us any quests, so... The difference here is that if you choose space or your mom is alive. That's about it. The quest isn't quite as good. You're helping a dude get some therapy. I do that enough. I do that enough in my life as it is. I don't need to do it in a video game. Earthborn, I think you have to deal with some like. I very rarely pick Earthborn. You got to deal with like your criminal past. Hello, not new person. Colonist. Yeah, we're gonna go colonist. Alright, so ruthless is crazy. Throughout your military career, you had one basic rule: get the job done. You've been called cold, calculating, and brutal. Your reputation for ruthless efficiency makes your fellow soldiers aware of you. But when when failure is not optional, the military goes to you. Okay, so your big crowning military achievement here is that there were a bunch of Batarians, fuck Batarians, who surrendered, and you got your entire squad killed taking them out, and they act like that's a good thing. War hero. Early in your military career, you found yourself facing an overwhelming enemy force. You risked your own life to save your fellow soldiers and defeat the enemy despite possible odds. Your bravery and heroism has earned you medals and recognition from the Alliance fleet. That one's usually what I go with. It just kind of makes sense as to why you would be a Spectre. During your service, you went horribly wrong. Trapped in an extreme civilization, you had to overcome physical torments and psychological stresses that would have broken most people. You survived while all those around you fell, and now you alone are left to tell the tale. That one, so the Soul Survivor Colonist one is crazy if you want to roleplay someone who just constantly fucks things up and everybody around you dies. But, I don't feel like roleplaying that today. It is kind of fun, though. Just be tragically cursed to be a fuck-up somehow. Yeah, we'll go War Hero. That'll give us more Paragon.
Confirm.
Alright, so Soldier and Infiltrator are objectively, in my opinion, the best class. Which I guess doesn't make it objectively. The best classes for Mass Effect 1. Sentinel's not bad. Vanguard is... It's a class choice in Mass Effect 1, I suppose. Oh yeah, I do have the Mass Effect Legends Edition. How free is the RPG? You do not... Okay, so, you'll see. So, the classes affect your gameplay, obviously, and then the role-playing... Mass Effect 1 has the strongest role-playing and strongest world-building. and it is strongly carried by that. Its gameplay is, if they combined the class individuality of Mass Effects 2 and 3 with the gunplay of Mass Effect 1, with also maybe making the guns feel a little more unique than they do, it would be peak as far as gameplay goes. But there are I'll do my best to show you. Basically, it's they went all in on the binary morality system, and it bites you in the ass sometimes. Infiltrator, however, or not Infiltrator, Sentinel's good, but Adept, at the end of the game, Adept is free eats. I don't usually play it, but Adept is free eats if you can survive to the end of the game. It's biotics are broken as fuck, the space magic, but so Sentinel's probably gonna be our best bet though. Adept or Sentinel? Because we're playing our hardest. The less tech specialists we have to bring, the better. Because I'd really rather bring Rex and, like... Well, Rex and Garrus are a good call. I can bring them at all times. Yeah, we'll go Sentinel. Alright. And shotguns.
Confirm facial identification.
Alright, what do we got here? I very rarely actually fuck with this. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Sure. That facial hair does not match very well. It's like he ate chocolates on his, and it's really showing on his face. And we're about there, I guess, yeah. He doesn't need to look old. Okay, could you stop moving around? Alright, yeah, yep, sure, whatever. We'll put them in the middle. Alright. Eyes, and this is important, obviously. We want to have good eyes. We ain't going to a basic default Shepard. Alright, hey, there you go. Those look a little freaky. Alright, and eye depth. We're gonna look a little bit freaky just for the fun of it. Just, you never know. Being freaky and crazy looking never hurt, right? Alright, and... Sure, blue eyes. Alright. Jaw. This is a space marine worth saving the galaxy. Alright, mouth. It is really fucking annoying that he is constantly moving around, though. Would you stop moving around, goddammit? Alright. Alright, and nose. Sure. Alright, now the important part, our hair. So let's give us a like a... There we go. That'll help make it easier to see on the dark blue background. Yes, he is. Wait, did I see the Alistair hair? Okay, it's technically the Conrad Burner hair, but that's just always Alistair's hair from Dragon Age. Alright, and why not have a... Wait, that's the most beard we can get? Alright, well, fine. Bro is fidgeting with the fingers while waiting. Yeah. Alright. How about we be a purple-haired liberal? Gets canceled for that. Perfect. This and our scars. We need a scar, obviously. Oh, that's perfect. That is perfect. Finalize.
Profile reconstruction complete.
This is YoheerVT Shepard.
Identification.
Alright.
confirmed.
Combat difficulty, insanity. Auto level up, off. Level scaling, legendary mode. Squad power usage, all. Subtitles, yes. Enable autosave, no tutorials, I don't need them. And that's a mass relay. They're basically the space highways.
Well, what about Shepard? He grew up in the colonies.
He knows how tough life can be out there. His parents were killed when slavers attacked Minden.
Anderson the goat.
He proved himself during the Blitz. Held off enemy forces on the ground until reinforcements arrived.
He's the only reason Elysium is still standing.
Oh my god, that looks so
We
terrible.
can't question his courage.
Humanity needs a hero. And Shepard's the best we've got.
So,
I'll make the call.
This is a pretty legendary opening. In the year 2148, explorers on Mars discovered ancient space system. In the decades followed, the mysterious artifacts released startling intelligence, enabling travel to the farthest stars. The basis for this incredible ecology that controlled the very fabric of space-time, they call it the greatest discovery of human history. The civilization called it... Oh, come on, get to it, get to it. The Mass Effect. The Mass Effect is actually really cool. This is such a legendary opening. Well, so the Mass Effect is the basis for all civilization. I hope the volume isn't too fucked. I can adjust it if I need to. It's a little low.
We are connected.
Barely this.
Calculating transit mass and destination.
There we go. That's good.
The relay is hot. Acquiring approach vector. All stations secure for transit.
So... So, the mass effect is basically a mass of an object can be increased or decreased with a specific magical element called Element Zero has a positive or negative electric current run through it respectively. And that is the mass relay, basically the interspace highways. It's gonna decrease our mass and spit us out super fast.
Relay in 3, 2, 1.
The mass relay sound.
Thrusters, check. Navigation,
And that is Seth Green.
check. Internal emissions sync engaged. All systems online. Drift, just under 1500K.
Go to that one plot of like Star Trek where it's
Your
like,
captain will be pleased.
is it really that you came out of the... Well, no, it's not a wormhole. They don't have
I hate
those.
that guy.
They're... Okay.
Nihilus gave you a compass.
So, mass relays, I'm not the most well-versed in the lore. Hey, Caden.
You remember to zip up your jumpsuit on the way out of the bathroom? That's good. I just jumped
So, mass relays have major and minors. The major ones can only go to certain ones. They're like one-to-one connections.
I don't like
And then there's like the minor ones
Call me paranoid.
that
Be
are...
paranoid. The council
that can go to
telephone
anything within a destination,
right to
within
send
the,
someone to keep an eye
within
on
reach,
that.
but they have a lot less reach.
Yeah, that is the official story. But only an idiot believes the official story.
So here's the problem with... I love this trilogy, but here's the problem with the Mass Effect. This is Paragon, this is Neutral, this is Renegade. Renegade is like, do whatever it takes to get the job done. Neutral doesn't exist in Mass Effect 3, they got rid of that, and that's actually really lame, it does hurt role-playing. And this is Paragon. Paragon is the, I uphold the law. Yeah, it's kind of like that, And they allow for very fast travels. It's, otherwise, FTL isn't enough to get as far as Mass Relay will send you. Because, again, it's making us super duper small, and then makes us big back to normal size. It's crazy. Alright, so, we're going to say yeah.
They don't send specters on shakedown runs.
Oh gods, I do look
so
terrible.
There's more going on here than the captain's letting on.
Joker, status report.
Uh-oh.
Just
Hang
cleared
on.
the mass relay, Captain. Stealth systems
Okay, cool.
engaged.
I just want to make sure my
Good.
expressions didn't fuck with the cutscenes.
Find a comm buoy and link us into the network. I want mission reports relayed back to Alliance brass before we reach each.
System Alliance is
Aye,
humanity.
aye, Captain. Better brace yourself, sir. I think Nihilus is headed your way.
He's already here, Lieutenant. Tell Commander Shepard to meet me in the comm room for a debriefing.
You get that, Commander?
I heard.
I'm on my way.
Is it me or does the captain always sound a little pissed off?
Only when he's talking to you, Joker.
Alright. So, here we have. Alright, so let's see, let's go. Alright, so we're gonna want some charm points. I think we only need 2. Alright, so shotguns would be good. Sentinel would be good. Barrier. Need barrier. Barrier basically gives you a buff to your shields. It's not quite, in my opinion, it's not quite as good as immunity, which gives you, I think at max, a 98% damage reduction. Though this does mean though that EMP, although I think it's like EMP attacks and certain other things will get past that. Barrier's still really good. So we're gonna want stasis, because way down the line stasis is gonna get ridiculously good. Because right now all it does is it'll lock a target in place. It's essentially a stun, but also a damage immunity. However, later down the line, we will get an upgrade for it that will let us have stasis while it damages people. Also, it boosts our barrier. Sentinel is our class. So here's the thing. This is only present in... Okay. I can do that. Avatar selection. Let's see. Cat ears tactical. Let's cat me. Where's my cat ears tactical? Tactical me cat ears. Okay. Done. Let me set the timer. So that way we have a thingy there. I really gotta one day I'll get a stream deck. Alright, that's 3 hours, 30 minutes. There we go, 30 minutes. Okay. So yeah. So this is our class Sentinel, but so for people, and you should, if anybody here is watching that hasn't played, definitely go play. This trilogy it has, and I mentioned earlier Genophage, it has some of the best character arcs and game-spanning arcs built up that I cannot stress how fucking phenomenal the Genophage is. We're gonna get into it when we do have the chance. But yeah, so we have Charm and Intimidate. More Renegade, more Intimidate. More Paragon, more Charm we unlock. And we want that to have... We're not actually gonna need it too terribly much because getting the final boss to spill some Kool-Aid isn't really that hard. I think you only need like 10 Charm, and it goes all the way to 12. Alright, so that's the journal. Here's one of the better parts about Mass Effect. It's got a very expansive world. Yeah, spill some Kool-Aid. So we have this is a secondary one. This is like essentially our character biography. And then we've got a timeline of the events of the world. We are currently in 2183. That'll matter in a little bit. But the real cool thing, though, is check this out. I'm not going to sit through and let us play it. I can explain some of it.
The Systems Alliance is an independent supranational government representing the interests of humanity as a whole. The Alliance is responsible for the government.
They got an actual person who does documentaries to read out all major codex entries. And that's really fucking cool. Because this is essentially... So, Mass Effect was BioWare's foray into sci-fi. Because they had done KOTOR. But they wanted to do, like, their own thing. And that was Mass Effect. And this is a very much... Especially the first one. The first one is especially a love letter to sci-fi. Like, classic sci-fi, Battlestar Galactica. Because about my crouch button. Actually, crouch is the most worthless fucking button in the game. Where's crouch? Crouch is an actual worthless thing in this game because you auto-snap to cover. Toggle crouch. We're just gonna make that... Actually... boy, I think I plan to fuck someone up there. Let me just, no, stealth is not an option in this game. The most stealth you have is... Alright, so where is... Alright, zoom, shoot... Alright, melee and grenades. Okay, cool. And holster is X. Okay. There we go.
The captain's waiting for you in the comm room, Commander.
You probably don't want to keep the captain waiting, Commander.
Alright, so... Looking smooth. It's a little stutter on the graphics, but that's fine.
You're getting dragged right along with him. Relax, Presley. You're gonna give yourself an ulcer.
Hey, Presley.
Congratulations, Commander. Looks like we had a smooth run. You heading down to see the captain?
Navigator Presley. He's not really important, but he does give us some insight into the world.
Sounds like you don't trust our Turian guest.
Sorry, Commander. Just having a chat with Adams down at engineering. I didn't mean to cause any trouble.
So...
But you have to admit, something's odd about this mission.
Alright.
The whole crew feels...
I'll explain the Turians here in a minute. They're an interesting group.
You think the Alliance brass is holding out on us?
If all we're supposed to do is test out the stealth system, why is Captain Anderson in charge? And then there's Nihilus. Spectres are elite operatives, top covert agents. Why send a Spectre, a Turian Spectre, on a shakedown run?
Okay, so real quick. So Turians are another race of aliens. They are essentially the military police of the galaxy. They distinguish themselves in the Krogan rebellions. They've got the biggest army in the galaxy. They're very honor bound and militaristic. They, in fact, military service is required for all Turians, male, female, for a certain age, and then most of them usually kind of stick with it. Spectres are the special tactics and reconnaissance. It depends. Sometimes they can stick a little too hard to the code, but other times they are straight up the greatest fighting force in the galaxy. They are very unified. Duty comes above all else. Unless they don't have face tattoos, in which case they're essentially homeless, for lack of better words. Clanless. How's another way to put it? They're outlaws. They're cast out. If they don't have face markings, that's usually a very bad sign. Yeah. Yeah, if you see one without facial tattoos, that means that they have no colony.
What do you know about the stealth systems?
I just know it masks our location from scans.
Right. So the Normandy, the ship we're on, the SR-1.
The Normandy's the only ship with this prototype drive.
It's got a very special engine, basically.
Skeleton crew would be cheaper, less chance of security leaks too.
It can hide its.
It's pretty obvious this shakedown run is just a cover.
The Normandy SR-1 has its state-of-the-art stealth drive. It can cover its heat emissions for a very long time more efficiently than any other ship like out there at all. It's a scouting vehicle, so it's not really meant for combat.
For what?
Anyway, what do we think it's covered for?
We're out here on false pretenses. I'm not a fan of being left in the dark.
Do you have a problem with the captain?
No, sir.
Captain Anderson is a war hero.
I can't figure out what he's doing here. Captain Anderson is one of the most decorated special forces officers in the service. If he melted down all
Anderson's
a life-size statue of himself. You don't send a soldier like that.
Kind of glazing Anderson just a little bit, but it's kind of also deserved.
He's treating this shakedown run too seriously.
So
something big is going on.
Anderson is a veteran of what's called the First Contact War by humans. We had some outposts out on Pluto, and there was a mass relay in the solar system. There is, not was. And by council convictions, the Galactic Government conventions, it's illegal to open up a new mass relay because that almost led to the extinction of galactic civilization in the Arachnite Wars. We didn't know that there was a greater galactic government at the time, so we activated a mass relay and sent out scouting ships through it. The Turian fleet intercepted, saw that we were breaking galactic laws, and killed the ships. They then dropped orbital asteroids onto Pluto and were gearing up to wipe out humanity over a law we didn't know we broke. Honestly, there's still a bit of cool. There's bitter to cool diplomatic relations with the Turians because they almost wiped us out. Fun fact: orbital bombardments of that type are illegal. But I don't believe the Turians were ever actually punished for that one. I could be wrong on that one, but I don't believe they were punished for that. The Citadel Council, the Galactic Government, stepped in and intervened and brought us into the galactic community. But there's a lot of tension between Turians and humans. Anderson is a veteran of the Force. Yeah, at our garrisons on Pluto. It was, well, and the funny thing is, they learned that from the Krogan, the people they put down, the people the Turians subjugated. Well, we'll get to that one again. All right, Turian Spectres.
You don't trust Nihilists.
I don't like Turians in general. It runs
yeah.
in my family.
First Contact War.
My grandfather fought in the First Contact War. Lost a lot of friends when the Turians hit us.
That was 30 years ago. You can't blame Nihilists.
We're like in our mid-20s.
No, I guess not. But it still makes me nervous to have a Spectre on board, especially a Turian.
See, racism is
Alliance vessel, human military, but Nihilus doesn't answer to the captain like the rest of us.
You think they somehow managed to create a new player accidentally by doing that somewhere in the lore?
They don't come along
it's
just
possible.
to observe shakedown runs. Nihilus looks like he's
a fun little fact is that the galactic civilization is only about 50,000 years old. And we're going to get into why. The galaxy's an old place, after all.
I'll see if I can get some answers when I see him.
Good luck, Commander.
By its world building, BioWare was really trying to create a believable world. There's entire species. You can get to their economics, all of that. All right.
That's crazy. The captain's in charge here. He wouldn't take orders from a Spectre.
Not his choice, Doc. Spectres don't answer to anyone. They can
Spectres are super cops.
Oh, you watch too many spy vids, Jenkins.
This is Richard Leroy Jenkins. He's the king. We salute him.
What do you think, Commander? We won't be staying on Eden Prime too long, will we? I'm itching for some real action.
I sincerely hope you're kidding, Corporal. Your real action usually ends with me patching up crew members in the infirmary.
And that is Doc Chakwas. She is our ship medic. She doesn't really do a whole lot over the course of the trilogy, but she's one of us. Relax,
You
Jenkins.
need to calm down, Corporal. A good soldier stays cool, even under fire.
Sorry, Commander, but this waiting's killing me. I've never been on a mission like this before, not one with a Spectre on board.
What can you tell me about Nihilus?
Turians are generally well respected by the other species. Their fleet has more patrols protecting Citadel space than any other. They don't always get on well with us, though. Some people find them too rigid. Others still blame them for the First Contact War. As for Nihilus, I haven't said more than 2 words to him. He usually only speaks to the captain.
That makes
I heard
sense.
Nihilus once took down an entire enemy platoon all by himself.
Spectre isn't really
Can't believe
gonna
I'm on a mission
talk with
with an actual
random
Spectre.
people. Alright, here,
What do
Spectres.
you know about this?
They're an interesting concept.
Only what I've heard. Spectre agents work directly for the Citadel Council. They usually work alone or in small groups. Spectres don't have any official power, though. Basically, they're a shadow organization with a mandate to preserve and protect galactic stability.
Protected at any cost.
Right.
Don't forget that part. Spectres operate above the law.
Why don't we have any of our own people in there?
It's hard to be a
Spectres
Spectre.
usually come from the Council races, like the Turians. We've been trying to get a
Council
human
races
accepted
means
into their ranks
people-
for years now. So far,
Which means,
hasn't
so a council race refers to
Hey,
Asari,
Commander, you
Turian,
look a good
and
Spectre.
Solarian.
You're a war hero, right? Held off an entire enemy fleet during the Blitz single-handed? That's the kind of talent the Spectres are looking for.
this is all just wild speculation. The Spectres aren't interested in recruiting humans, no matter how capable.
And they're
How do you
dangerous.
control agents with unlimited power.
I suppose the Council could revoke the Spectre status of an agent who got out of
They
hand.
could.
At that point, Citadel Security Services would take
Hey,
over.
this isn't the
C-sector
original where they're really
Spectres
bad.
were 20 ordinary soldiers.
It wasn't very
Spectres
pretty in the
police
original. They
themselves.
prettied him up
If
for
agent
this one.
goes rogue, they
For
send
Legendary.
another
Also,
agent to
Pilot.
take him down. That's Spectre justice.
The Corporal's confusing romantic legends with reality, Commander.
Alright.
You're from Eden Prime, aren't you, Jenkins? What's it like?
It's very peaceful, Commander.
Eden
They've been real
Prime.
careful with
One that-
development, so you don't have any city noise or pollution. My parents
Jenkins,
live on the
don't you
outskirts of
insult my man.
At night, I used to climb this big hill and stare across the
Richard
fields
Leroy
back to
Jenkins
lights
will
and
save the
sunset.
galaxy.
It was gorgeous. But when I got older, I realized it was a little too calm and quiet for me. That's why I joined the Alliance. Even Paradise gets boring after a while.
Alright,
Any
so
idea why
Eden
Eden
Prime's a
Prime was
really
chosen
good
as a
colony.
destination?
It's I think it's
Not
considered a
really
garden
sure,
world,
Commander.
which is
Eden
high
Prime's
up
one of our
colony
most
material.
stable colonies. Good place to take the Normandy for a shakedown run, I guess. No real danger there. There's gotta be something else going on. We've got a Spectre on board. That's why I'm so wound up. I can't wait for the real mission to start.
Just treat this like every other assignment you've had and everything will work out.
Easy for you to say. You proved yourself in the Blitz. Everybody knows what you can do. This is my big chance. I need to show the brass what I can do.
You're young, Corporal. You have a long
I gotta
career
tell
ahead.
him to be
Don't do something stupid
chill.
to mess it up.
Don't worry, sir. I'm not gonna screw this up.
The captain's waiting for me.
I'm sure you won't, Mr.
Goodbye,
Richard Leroy Jenkins. And get some Paragon points. That's cool. This game does not have a very good autosave, and the original was even worse, so we gotta be quick saving often.
Commander Shepard, I was hoping you'd get here first.
See,
Will give us
so
a chance to talk.
Turians, they're considered they're very much avian-like, but also have some raptor, as in dinosaur raptor features. They're calling them the birds is both not entirely accurate, but also sometimes a slur.
What about?
I'm interested in this world we're going to. Eden Prime. I've heard it's quite beautiful.
I haven't been there.
I've never been there.
But you know of it. It's become something of a symbol for your people, hasn't it? Proof that humanity can not only establish colonies across the galaxy, but also protect them. But how safe is it really?
Do you
Do you
something?
know something?
Jesus
Your
Christ,
people
I've
are
got this
still newcomers,
memorized.
Shepard. The galaxy can be a very dangerous place. Is the Alliance truly ready for this?
Also, if you look at
I think
Turian's
it's about
legs,
time we told the commander what's really going on.
I believe, what is it, Keith
This
David, his
mission
voice
is
actor?
Far more than a simple shakedown run.
I think it's Keith David is Anderson's voice actor. Anderson is like, he's the goat. Also, yeah, but like, if you look at Turian's legs, they bend backwards, they're backwards bendy.
I figured there was something you weren't telling us.
We're making a covert pickup on Eden Prime.
That's why we needed the stealth systems operational.
Also, right now, so currently, David Anderson is the commander of the ship, right? He's the one in charge. We are his XO, executive officer. In other words, second in command. Because this game, they don't always do it very well. They get a little funky on some stuff, but they try to, at times, stick to the military stuff decently. All right, what is
there must be a reason you didn't tell me about this, sir.
This comes down from the top, Commander. Information strictly on a need-to-know basis. A research team on Eden Prime unearthed some kind of beacon during an excavation. It was Prothean.
So, Protheans are a really big deal in the Mass Effect series, and that's what we're gonna learn all about them here.
I thought the Protheans vanished 50,000 years
that's
ago.
why Galactic Civilization is only 50,000 years old.
Remains. The mass relays, the Citadel, our ship drives. It's all based on Prothean technology.
Right.
This is big, Shepard. The last time humanity made a discovery like this, it jumped our technology forward 200 years. But Eden Prime doesn't have the facilities to handle something like this. We need to bring the beacon back to the Citadel for proper study.
So we're sneaking in to grab a very important relic.
Mere human interests,
artifact technology.
This discovery could affect every species in Council space.
Saying why did we can't tell the Council is just like, they're like, you dumbass, of course we have to tell the Council.
It never hurts to have a few extra hands on board.
The beacon's not the only reason I'm here, Shepard.
Nihilus wants to see you in action, Commander. He's here to evaluate you.
Why is that?
What's going on, Captain?
The Alliance has been pushing for this for a long time. Humanity wants a larger...
There are species that have been around since, like,
we want more
almost the dawn of Galactic Civilization that don't have as much power. Don't have Spectres.
If they accept a human into
though they are Bolus, so...
It shows how far the Alliance has come.
In
you held off
30 years, we're already getting what some species never gotten, like,
not only courage, but also incredible skill. That's why I put your name forward as a candidate for the Spectres.
Why would a Turian want a human in the Spectres?
A valid question.
Not all Turians resent humanity. Some of us see the potential of your species. See what you have to offer to the rest of the galaxy. And to
Turians also resent humans because...
It's rare to find an individual with the skills we seek. I don't care that
Base Nihilus right there.
I only care that you can do the job.
So, there were actually a good chunk of humans that killed... Okay, no. There were a good chunk of Turians that were killed in the First Contact War, and there is some bit of resentment between the species as well. And that's gonna come into play pretty soon.
I assume this is good for the Alliance.
Earth needs this, Shepard. We're counting on you.
I need to see your skills for myself, Commander. Eden Prime will be the first of several missions together.
You'll be in charge of the ground team. Secure the beacon and get it onto the ship ASAP. Nihilus will accompany you to observe the mission.
Yes, that is exactly it. Alright, so... Protheans.
What do you know about the Protheans?
I can explain this, but I like how they do the world building.
They were a technologically advanced species that ruled the galaxy 50,000 years ago. Then they vanished. Nobody really knows how or why, though I've heard plenty of theories. But everyone agrees, galactic civilization wouldn't exist without them.
Their Citadel is the very heart of galactic society, and without their mass relays,
Citadel is a giant mass relay.
Impossible.
Well, actually, no, I don't think it actually has. I don't think it actually is a mass relay. I know it has one, but I could have sworn. Wait, hang on, I'm gonna shut up now. All right, Eden Prime.
I'd like to know more about Eden Prime before we touch down.
It's a peaceful farming world, but it represents something much bigger. Eden Prime is one of our oldest and most successful colonies.
Which is why it's important.
We were ready to face the challenges of settling new worlds, to forge a place for humanity beyond Earth. It symbolizes humanity's growth and evolution as a spacefaring species. And after this, it will be known as the world where humans made a discovery of galactic importance.
So I believe Eden Prime was also prime for other species. I believe it's on the Adrican. It's the Adrican Traverse. I believe is where Eden Prime is located. It's closer to like a lawless, more outlaw run area of space. So the Council pushed humanity to settle there, and then when they were like, okay, fine, we'll settle there, instead of, all these other words that are, like, perfectly viable, because, no, those are your space, then pirates and raiders and shit happens, and they're like, what'd you expect? You settled in the Wild West. Fucking Council.
Why is this beacon so important?
All advanced galactic civilization is based on Prothean technology, even yours.
If we hadn't discovered those Prothean ruins buried on Mars, we'd still be stuck on Earth. That was just a small data cache. Who knows what we can learn from this beacon? What if it's a weapons archive?
Right.
We can't let it fall into the wrong hands.
Like who?
The Attican Traverse isn't the most stable sector.
See,
of
like I said, Attican
There are
Traverse.
plenty of raiders and criminal groups active in the region. They might figure a Prothean beacon is worth the risk of attacking an Alliance ship. Plus, Eden Prime is right on the border of the Terminus system.
Right, and yeah, it's the Terminus system. It says
The
especially
Attican Traverse
lawless.
is under Citadel protection. If the Terminus systems attack, it's an act of war.
Technically, yes. But some of the species in the Terminus might be willing to start a war over this.
The last thing the Council wants is to get dragged into a major conflict with the Terminus systems. We have to keep this low-key.
All right, we're going.
Just give the word, Captain.
We should be getting close to Eden.
Captain, we got a problem.
What's wrong, Joker?
Transmission from Eden Prime, sir. You better see this.
Oh, no.
Bring it up on screen.
Get down!
Ew.
We are under attack, taking heavy casualties. I repeat,
Yeah.
heavy casualties. We can't.
Gotcha,
We need
time.
back. They came out of nowhere. We need.
Giant ass hand looking motherfucker.
Everything cuts out after that. No comm traffic at all. Just goes dead. There's nothing.
Reverse and hold at 38.5. Status report.
17 minutes out, Captain. No other Alliance ships in the area.
Take us in, Joker, fast and quiet. This mission just got a lot more complicated.
Also,
Small strike team can move quickly without drawing attention. It's our best chance to secure the beacon.
Keith David also
Grab your gear
voices
and meet us in the cargo hold.
the Arbiter in Halo.
Tell Alenko
I
and
believe he's in
Jenkins
the
to set up.
Gargoyles as well. That's a show I need to watch. Alright, so. That is one nasty ass scar.
Somebody was doing some serious digging here, Captain.
Eden Prime
Your
is
team's
a
the
really
muscle of this
good,
operation,
really good intro
Commander.
into the game.
Go in heavy and head straight for the dig site.
What about survivors, Captain?
Helping survivors is a secondary objective. The beacon's your top priority.
Approaching drop point 1.
Nihilus, you coming with us?
I die faster on my own.
Nihilus will scout out ahead. He'll feed you status reports throughout the mission. Otherwise, I want radio silence.
We've got his back, Captain.
The mission's yours now, Shepard. Good luck.
We are approaching drop point 2.
Alright, let's do this.
Ship perimeter secure, Commander.
Alright, welcome to the beautiful Eden Prime. Oh, okay. Alright, so. There we go. Alright, and do. Oh, yeah, I might as well get him some points of soldier. Alright, there we are.
This place got hit hard, Commander.
So, they fuck it up in later games by making it ammo based. There is unlimited ammo in Mass Effect. Let's see. All right, and my gun overheated. That's how the gunplay is in this. If they made the guns feel a little more unique, it would make it even better. Like I said, 2 and 3's guns, but with the overheating system. Basically because inside each gun there's a giant ass steel bar, and it shaved down, and when it shoots, it shaves down that steel bar and take a bit of it, just a grain of sand size, and it shoots them. All bullets are the size of a grain of sand, but are accelerated to a fraction of light speed. All right, good. Let's see, can I put some stuff on my armor? Alright, yeah, it's so instead there's heat sinks, right? The gun overheats. Which is why it's a shame that they went ammo-based for that in the other Mass Effects.
Hostile spotted.
Because, yeah, I much prefer the originality of no ammo just because it's a fucking steel bar and the amount it would take to actually empty out that gun would be insane. They try to lore-wise justify it, but, yeah. Yeah, the gun had to be destroyed or used, like, a lot. No! Not Jenkins! Ah, miss. Alright, barrier. Alright, there we go.
Rip right through his shields. We're out of chance.
We'll see that he receives a proper service once the mission is complete. But I need you to stay focused.
Aye, aye, sir.
Alright. Oh, and did we get anything from killing those guys? Nope. Nothing for the drones. Alright.
I've got some burned out buildings here, Shepard. A lot of bodies.
Alright.
I'm gonna check it out. I'll try to catch up with you at the dig site.
You do that. Oh! Shotguns are so good! But they get even better if I can get the explosive ammo. Is the modern weaponry of, like, gun? Yeah, 100%. Well, okay, not entirely. In 3, we can find some crazy-ass shit, like some harpoon throwers. Or there's this one Geth weapon. It's like a sniper rifle that's, like, water jet powered. And it does a lot of damage. But, like, traditional bullets and shit, yeah, they're pretty much gone. They're far inferior. They don't have nearly enough shot power for shields. Although, I guess, yeah. And this is how I get demonetized. Alright. Gave a different meaning to blast your back out, though, so... Alright. Running. Oh, river. Alright. Alright, there we go. I don't know if I can throw him with shields. Ha! Get thrown!
Thanks for your help, Commander. I didn't think I was gonna make it.
It's Ashley. I don't like Ashley in this game. Or 2, or 3! Although she does look better in 3. The only Ashley I actually liked my ex. Huh.
Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams of the 212. You the one in charge here, sir?
Are you wounded, Williams?
A few scrapes and burns.
Also, her eyes are... Oh shit, her eyes really are bugging out.
Lucky. Oh man. We were patrolling the perimeter when the attack hit. We tried to get off a distress call, but they cut off our communications. I've been fighting for my life ever since.
Any idea what kind of enemy we're facing?
I think they're Geth.
Yeah, but her shields absorb them.
Outside the Veil in nearly 200 years. Why are they here now?
Alright.
They must have come for the beacon.
The Geth.
The dig site is close, just over that road.
Yes, they are.
Still be there.
One of the most notable drugs is called red sand. It I believe it amplifies your biotic powers, right? But it's very addictive and very lethal. It'll fry your brain out. It's biotics are the space magic that I was doing where I push the guy down with like force power type shit. Yeah, that's biotics. It's essentially biotics are like there's enough of element 0 in your brain. If you're a biotic, of course, you can't. Not everybody is a biotic. To where with an amplifier, biotic amplifier, way to channel it, you can cause mass effect distortions, like whether it's shredding stuff at the molecular level, holding them down. There's a lot of stuff. Biotics are ridiculously powerful, actually, like especially lore-wise. Though they're not quite as fast as they are gameplay-wise. They're a lot faster. They generate a lot of heat when you do it. However, red sand is more commonly used by people who, by non-biotics, so that they could feel, like, sort of feel what it's like to be a biotic. I believe is how it goes. Oh, well. Alright, that's 30 minutes. The fun 30 minutes. Avatar selection. Me V2. There we are. There we go. Alright. When people want it to be so bad they take drugs to do so. Yeah, but you can't even really do biotics. Alright.
We could use your help, Williams.
You have to be born it. And usually becoming a biotic involves being exposed to element 0 when you're in the womb.
What else do you know about the Geth?
They're the bad guys
Just
of the game.
what I remember from history class back in school. They're synthetics, non-organic life forms with limited AI programming, created by the Quarians a few centuries ago. They were supposed to be a source of cheap labor, but ended up turning on the Quarians and...
Well, element 0 is the thing that lets the Mass Effects happen. It's funky.
Well, after that, they just kind of disappeared behind Perseus Veil.
So we're going to get into the Geth.
Nobody's really heard much from them since.
When we get into Mass Effect 2, we'll get a lot more into the lore and why Mass Effect 3's, the result of Mass Effect 3's writing is why they are a wasted potential.
Tell me everything you know about the beacon.
They were doing some digging out here to extend the monorail and expand the colony. A few weeks ago, they unearthed some Prothean ruins and the beacon. Suddenly, every scientific expert in the colony was interested. That's when they brought us in to secure the site. I don't know much about the beacon itself, but I heard one of the researchers say this could be the biggest scientific discovery of the century.
And what happened to them
What
scientists?
happened to the researchers at the dig site?
They're dead.
I don't know. They set up camp near the beacon. The 232 was with them. Maybe their unit fared better than mine.
Oh, it's gone before the
Describe
attack.
what happened leading up to the
Shit,
attack.
I should have eaten more than an apple
We
and a
were
bowl
sent
of
out
cereal
couple of
today.
nights ago from the main
Whatever.
colony to secure the area. Seemed like a routine patrol until the Geth hit us.
Oh, by the way, everybody watching, Gala apples are the shit. And like, also, you can even eat the stem if you want to. It's a little trickier to eat. I haven't mastered it just yet. But you all should be. If y'all aren't eating the entire goddamn apple, you are wasting an entire fucking apple. You can eat the core because there's no such thing as the core. You can eat the seeds because the cyanide isn't going to kill you. It's impossible. It's too small. You can digest cyanide in small amounts.
What happened to the researchers?
I don't know.
Oh, there we go.
They set up camp
All right,
near the
and
beacon.
Nihilus.
The 232 was with them.
Have you seen a Turian Spectre around here?
There aren't any Turians on Eden Prime. None that I've ever met. Not sure
Right,
I'd be
you'd
able
have
to
to
tell
eat
if one was a
more
Spectre anyway.
apples, enough apples to kill you for that.
No, carries enough firepower to wipe out a whole platoon. Luckily, he's on our side.
Sorry, like I said, no Turians.
So,
move out.
All right. All right. So, oops. Actually, take off your stupid helmet. The Phoenix armor looks ugly as fuck. All right. Actually, it's our soldier. You dive in the apple. Yeah. That's the thing. But yeah, I've recently, because a coworker of mine, he eats the entire goddamn apple, and I thought that was crazy. And then, like, I tried, I'm like, oh, hey, yeah, I got the whole apple. There's a lot. Though honestly, my favorite part of the apple is the skin. The skin is the best tasting part. That first bite into the outer apple, that is the best tasting part. All right, so Ashley is a soldier. There are 3 combat disciplines in this game: tech, biotics, guns, I guess. And actually, soldier is pure combat. We are myself and Kaden. We are sentinels, which is biotic and tech. We're gonna do that. We're just gonna do that. Actually, what gets her immunity is it soldier? No, it's fitness that gets her immunity. In that case, combat armor. Combat armor is a really good skill. Okay. Also, if we stand in this fire, we will take damage. I love environmental hazards. Okay, gonna just... Good. Ooh, medium armor. So we'll never be able to equip... Oh, that's light armor scorpion. Even better. Alright. So, nope. Okay. Alright, what? Because I want to make sure I got the best shotgun. Alright. Basic rounds. Oh, radioactive rounds. There we go. That's good. And improved sightings. Yep. Alright, good. Yeah, apples. I used to not like apples. I was like, I don't like them. And then I found Gala. Not only do I like Gala because they're tasty, they're pretty. They're very pretty. They're like a ruby red. I like it. Ashley, you bimbo, move. Nah. I mean, I've been pretty healthy. I've been drinking my, I'm not a Vanguard, but this'll work. Rust. See? Not a Vanguard, but it worked. And we leveled up. But first, we need to... But I've been drinking my Immuno tea. I got my sick tea that I've been drinking that a little bit more. I don't drink it all the time because it's really for when I'm sick. But I've also been just drinking tea. Yogi has really good blends, and they're really, really making me want to try and get into actually making my own tea company. But I need to go to college and shit to learn how to run a business.
This is the dig site. The beacon was right here. It must have been moved.
By who? Our side or the Geth?
Hard to say. Maybe we'll know more after we check out the research camp.
You think anyone got out of here alive?
If they were lucky.
Alright, so I am going to do a renegade action just because it's funny. It's really funny. I'm a bad person.
Change of plans, Shepard. There's a small spaceport up ahead.
Oh, a scimitar shotgun. Let's see if that's any better. Less accurate, but a lot more damage and a lot more heat sink capacity.
I want to check it out. I'll wait for you there.
Alright, so up we go. I don't know if we're going to get to do it, but then the next mission, main story mission in the game is next to the best mission in the game. And that's not like a slide on something. Okay, well, fuck Theros and fuck Theron. But, like, some of these, like, the best mission and, like, one of the best missions in the entire trilogy is in this one. Is in this game. But, oh yeah, husks. Zambos. Techno Zambos, and they get past my shield. Alright. Now is not time for Haha. Alright, there we go. Easy peasy. Alright, so... Alright, I didn't actually install the mods, so I am gonna have to play the stupid hacking minigame. I'll turn it off at, next time I'll install it, because the hacking minigame is basically just fucking Frogger. Alright, we're gonna do some tikis.
Humans, thank the Maker.
Dragon Age reference. Before Dragon Age was even out.
Before they come back.
Don't worry, we'll protect you.
Thank you. I think we'll be okay now. It looks like everyone's gone.
You're Dr. Warren, the one in charge of the excavation. Do you know what happened to the beacon?
Elizabeth Warren?
It was moved to the spaceport this morning.
Yes, it is.
Behind to help pack up the camp. When the attack came, the Marines.
It's one of the renegade actions I kind of always do.
They gave their lives to save us.
No one is saved. The age of humanity is ended. Soon, only ruin and corpses will remain.
What else can you tell me about the attack?
It all happened so fast.
So, the Geth are actually a really cool opponents.
The next we were hiding in the shed while the Geth
They're...
swarmed over the camp.
Agents of the Destroyers, bringers of darkness, heralds of our extinction.
We could hear the battle outside. Gunfire, screams. I thought it would never end. Then everything went quiet.
Oh, ad coming in.
Just sat there, too afraid to move, until you came along.
So, the Geth are, if you're familiar with, like, neural, yeah, it's like cloud computing, the Geth do that for their intelligence. The more Geth there are, the smarter they are.
Did you notice a Turian in the area?
I saw him, the Prophet, leader of the enemy. He was here before the attack.
It's impossible. Nihilus was with us in the Normandy before the attack. He couldn't have been here.
I'm sorry, Manuel's still a bit unsettled. We haven't seen your Turian. We've been hiding in here since the attack.
Can you tell me anything about the beacon?
It's some type of data module from a galaxy-wide communications network.
In other words, it's a relay hub.
It could be the greatest scientific discovery.
Well, not
of our
master relay, but like
lifetime.
network relay.
Miraculous new technologies, groundbreaking medical advances. Who knows what secrets are locked inside?
We have
So, fun
unearthed
fact.
the heart of evil, awakened the beast, unleashed the darkness.
All right, I'll do the funny first.
Manuel, please. This isn't the time.
What's wrong with your assistant?
Manuel has a brilliant mind, but he's always been a bit unstable. Genius and madness are two sides of the same coin.
Is it madness to see the future?
Uh-huh.
To see the destruction rushing towards us? To understand there is no escape? No hope? No. I am not mad. I'm the only sane one left.
I gave him an extra dose of his meds after the attack.
Say goodnight, Manuel.
You cannot silence the truth. My voice must be heard.
You can't just go around whacking people in the head.
Yes, I can.
It was only a matter of time until he did something crazy and dangerous.
I suppose you're right. By the time he wakes up, the meds will have kicked in.
Williams, take us to the spaceport.
Good luck, Commander.
Oh, you always deck Manuel. 9 Renegade, baby. So, they're talking about medical advances. So we use a thing called... No, we didn't make Bishop. We gave him a haymaker. That was a full-fisted punched. Yeah. Yeah, so the medicine we use, Medigel, it seals, compresses, and applies an anesthetic and an antihistamine, all to the area of the wound, and hardens until it can be taken off by a medical professional. And it's technically illegal because, and it's human made, but it's so useful, no one cares that's illegal. I really should get the mod for this. There's a mod that fixes what we're about to see. He's not supposed to look like this. He's supposed to look more normal at first. And then look like this later. There's a mod that'll fix it, I just never bothered to install it.
This isn't your mission, Saren. What are you doing here?
The Council thought you could use some help on this one.
I wasn't expecting to find the Geth here. The situation's bad.
Don't worry. I've got it under control.
Yeah, so we just saw, you know, Nihilus caught lacking, got dead.
What is that? Off in the distance.
Oh, we'll find out. We'll find out. There's actually originally supposed to be a thing where if you had beaten the game and started New Game Plus, if you shot in just the right area, that ship would explode and the game would end. Alright. Uh-oh. Stick your head up again, buddy. See what we get you. Alright, this is annoying. We're gonna... Even Twitch shooting at me, PlayStation ad for Monster Hunter. I've got a coworker who literally says Monster Hunter, Monster Hunter, Monster Hunter, Monster Hunter, Monster Hunter whenever, Alright, before we advance the plot... He's like, hey, you gonna be a monster? I'm like, I told you, my laptop can't handle it. Alright, so there is a pretty good Renegade line here, but we're not gonna get to see it. Would you rather be a snitch or a corpse?
Everybody stay calm out there. We're coming out, we're not armed.
You better not be armed.
Is it safe? Are they gone?
You're okay now. Nobody's gonna hurt you.
Those things were crawling all around the shed. They would have found us for sure. We owe you our lives.
I still can't believe it. When we saw that ship, I thought it was all over.
It showed up right before the attack. Knew it was trouble the second I saw it, so we made a break for the sheds.
Tell me everything you remember about the attack.
We are going to be exhausting all the dialogue options in this game, by the way.
We just saw it and ran. I don't know what happened to the rest of the crew.
They were by the garage, over near the spaceport, right where that ship came down. No way they survived.
You don't know that. We survived. If they made it to the garage, they could have had a fighting chance.
Do you know anything about the Prothean beacon they dug up?
We're just farmers. We heard they found something out there, but it never really mattered to us. Not until now.
What else can you tell me about the ship you saw?
I was too busy running to get a clear look at it. I think it landed over near the spaceport.
Tell them about the noise, Cole. That awful noise.
It was emitting some kind of signal as it descended. It sounded like the shriek of the damned.
What could that could possibly be nothing at all, right?
Probably trying to block communications.
Whatever it was, felt like it was tearing right through my skull.
Migraine attacks.
It made it impossible to think.
I have to go.
Hey, Cole, we're just a bunch of farmers. These guys are soldiers. Maybe we should give them the stuff.
Jeez, Blake, you gotta learn when to shut up.
You have something to tell me, Cole?
Some guys at the
Mark Meer did a really good job with this. He played so.
In exchange for a cut of the profits, we let them store packages.
I can't remember her name, but the woman who voices female Shepard, Fem Shep, she voices Samus in okay, now I gotta find out her name. Cause she's a really good voice actor. Mark Meer and Jennifer Hale. Yeah, Mark Meer and Jennifer Hale do a really good job. So Mark Meer does a better job as Paragon Shepard than he does Renegade, but then Jennifer Hale will come in when you play Renegade, and she delivers some of the lines the coldest way.
You're breaking
it's great.
The law, Cole.
We're not hurting anybody. Hell, most of the time I don't even know what's in the packages. Just thought there might be something we could use. I found a pistol. Figured it would come in handy if those things came back. But you'll probably get more use out of it than
See, this is, since we put a couple of points into Charm, we have this. If we put more points into Renegade, we would, or Intimidate, we would have had this. This is a special action.
We're
that
risking
gets,
our lives to save this colony. You sure there's nothing else in here that could help us out?
But we're gonna be a good old Boy Scout.
One more thing. I was gonna sell it after this was over, but you probably deserve it more than I do.
Okay, but you could give us more.
Contact at the spaceport, Cole. What's his name?
He's not a bad guy. I don't want to get him in trouble. Besides, I'm not a snitch.
He might have something to do with this whole attack, Cole. We need his name. It's important.
Talk no jutsu.
Yeah, okay, you're right. His name's Powell. Works the docks at the spaceport if he's still alive.
I have to go.
Good luck.
We got a pistol and a combat sensor. Those are pretty good. Uh-huh. No thanks. I don't need I mean, sure, I would like to get more views and have more people to talk to and stuff. But oh, my electronic skill is far too low. Alright, do I have that unlocked here? I got Sentinel, First Aid, Alright, that'll give us Overload. Alright, let's go ahead and go put a point in Charm and a point in Sentinel. There we go. Ooh, a new Omni tool. It gives me more shields, but it hurts my tech cooldown. Actually, no, my tech cooldown. That is actually a good question, yes. That is an excellent question indeed. Well, that was trippy. Alright. So. I mean, hey. Professional Twitch watcher is almost found as out there as professional television watcher, and I'm a professional television watcher. Alright.
Commander, it's Nihilus.
Oh yeah, in that case, if that's Nihilus, I should do this. Get my Medigel. And get this. Yes, 100%. And now I'm a near master of my craft. Alright.
Something's moving over behind those crates.
Wait, don't shoot. I'm one of you. I'm human.
You're one of you. I'm human. You're a coward.
You killed.
I'm sorry, I was hiding from those creatures. My name's Powell. I saw what happened to that Turian. The other one shot him.
I mean, there's been someone at my workplace who's like, he could go all the way up if he wanted to, but he's been there for 20 years. He just doesn't want it. What happened?
I need to know how Nihilus died.
The other one got here first. He was waiting when your friend showed up. He called him Saren.
I might install the Saren mod.
I think they knew each other.
It would
Your
look too
friend seemed to
inconsistent.
relax. He let his guard down. And Saren killed him. Shot him right in the back.
And because it was a cutscene, his shields didn't do anything.
Just lucky he didn't see me behind the crates.
We were told a Prothean beacon was brought to the spaceport. What happened to it?
It's over on the other platform. Probably where that guy Saren was headed. He hopped on the cargo train right after he killed your friend. I knew that beacon was trouble. Everything's gone to hell since we found it. First that damn mothership showed up, then the attack.
Also, a fun little fact about this game.
Everyone.
I actually have all the achievements for Mass Effect 1. However, because of a literal bug in my system files with Steam and shit, I cannot get it. But I went out of my way to beat this game on the hardest difficulty and use every power, do all of it. And I'll never actually have all the achievements. That's like the second time in my life I went out of my way to get all the achievements and glitches fucked it up.
How come you're the only one who survived? Why didn't anyone else try to hide?
It's really frustrating, but
they never had a chance. I was already behind the crates when the attack started.
Oh, really?
Wait a minute. You were hiding behind the crates before the attack?
Sometimes I need a nap to get through my shift.
Yeah,
I sneak off
maybe.
behind the crates to grab 40
It's frustrating because I had to spam the fuck out of using certain abilities.
You survived because you're lazy?
If you hadn't snuck off for that nap, you'd probably be dead just like all the others.
Yeah, I guess. I don't really want to think about it.
You're a smuggler, and I got that information.
Contact here on the docks for the smuggling ring.
What? No! I mean...
They really did put their heart into some of this voice acting, and that's really nice.
Who cares? My supervisor's dead, the entire crew's dead. Doesn't matter now, does it?
Got any guns
Anything
for me?
hidden nearby that we could use against the Geth?
A shipment of grenades came through last week. Nobody notices if a few small pieces go missing from the military orders.
You greedy son of a bitch. We're out here trying to protect your sorry ass, and all you can think about is how you can rip us off?
I never thought you'd actually need those grenades. Attack Eden Prime. We're just a bunch of farmers. How was I supposed to know?
Forget about him. He's not worth it.
You're lucky the commander's here, pal.
Would you just fucking kill a civvy, Ashley?
They're yours. Take them. My smuggling days are over, I swear.
A lot of Marines died here, Powell. Those grenades could have come in handy. If I were you, I'd
Guilt
think of some way
tripping?
to make it up.
Guilt tripping him is crazy.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, it works.
There is something else I was saving. Could be worth a fortune. Experimental technology, top of the line. Take it. I don't need it. I didn't want anyone to get hurt. Really, I'm sorry.
Alright, so he doesn't know anything about that. What is it?
Is there anything else you can tell me about the beacon?
He doesn't know anything about the attack because he was
morning. We loaded it up onto the train and shipped it to the other platform.
Alright.
Hard to believe that was only a few hours ago. Feels like a whole other life.
But it's really just level up. I mean, yes,
Tell me
we
about
will be
this
doing that
mothership
more.
you saw.
I've never seen anything like it before.
Ow. Okay, careful, don't mess with the piercings.
Huge. Landed over near that platform. The
Huh,
whole place
earlobe
got
piercings.
dark
No,
as it came
good,
down.
I guess. Anyway.
It was making this noise, this sound.
So the
right
other
in
guys
your
weren't
brain.
crazy. The farmers.
That's what woke me up.
Alright.
Came a few minutes later.
Oh, yeah, I got a helix piercing, both my lobes
We need to
pierced,
find
and
that
I'm getting
beacon
another
before it's
bit
too
over
late.
my lobe when these
Take
are
the
filled up.
cargo train. That's where the other Turian went.
I gotta ask one of my coworkers for his tattoo artist because I'm gonna see if she can do some work on me. I really gotta get that Spectre Master Gear done. Oh, come on, Caden. Well, yeah, they're don't worry, I know what I'm getting, and I'm getting it on my back shoulder, out of sight. Oh! 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 That was. Ah, let's check out more of them. Oh, first aid interface. Yes, please. I'll take that right now. Armor piercing rounds? Yeah, sure. Fuck it. Okay. Alright, where are my grenades? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Whew. All right. Let's see. Any loot? No, but there's a first aid kit. I might as well use that to heal myself. Okay. Oh, yeah, I could blast the fire extinguisher. Was there one? I saw a med kit. I didn't see a fire extinguisher. You can shoot the fire extinguisher, and they'll go up and they'll cause a little bit of toxic damage and make it a little harder for the enemies to see. All right, now for the tricky part. Oops, nope, not that. Alright, yeah, you know what? Fuck it. We'll keep going. We'll keep going until we get Spectre status. Priority, exposed Saren is a good one.
Colony. Leave no evidence that we were here.
Boom. Beep, beep, beep. Alright, and there's our little beacon. Also, we'll get one of the rarest conversations real quick that many players do not see. Alright, time for some bomb defusal.
Demolition charges. The Geth must have planted them.
Hurry! We need to find them all and shut them down.
5 minutes is nothing. I'm not trying to talk to you, Caden. I'll talk to you later when you give explanation of human biotics. Oh, they got snipers, huh? I'm not training snipers, but I can do this. Oh! kind of trying to make sure I don't get taken out. Alright, shields are back up. Alright. Alright, squad mates can handle that. Okay, there's that charge. Alright, looks like we'll make plenty of time to spare. Then it's all that's left is to clean up, get the beacon. Alright, running. Okay. Alright. Actually, I am getting way too hungry. Ah! Thought an apple would be enough to stave me over. It is not. Alright. I don't know if husks count as organics or synthetics, but... Alright, so we'll examine the beacon here in a sec. Squad mates are gonna clean up what's left over there. Alright, no loot over here. Alright, gonna go ahead and play Frogger. And so I know there's for a fact there's some loot over here. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna get the rare cutscene. Oh, hey, more loot. Why the fuck am I getting quarry? That is a really weird place to get quarry and armor.
My god. It's like someone dropped a bomb.
That must be where the Geth's ship landed.
Yep. Yep, that's a pre-rare cutscene that very few people actually see. Because most people just go to the fucking beacon. Because it's a nothing cutscene. Alright, and this is the wrap-up of this mission.
Normandy, the beacon is secure.
This is amazing. Actual working Prothean technology. Unbelievable.
It wasn't doing anything like that when they dug it up.
Now for some beef and circuit boards.
Something must have activated it.
Roger, Normandy. Standing by.
If you play as a girl, it'll be Ashley that goes over to talk to you. If you play as a guy, it'll be, Kate. They swapped the roles out of this. Alright, time to start tweaking.
No, don't touch it. Too dangerous.
Beef and circuit boards. Alright, so game over, GG's. Alright, time to see if you like it. Sorry, viewers.
We identified the ship that touched down on Eden Prime. The Normandy, a human alliance vessel. It was under the command of Captain Anderson. They managed to save the colony.
And the beacon.
I don't like it. Sorry, they don't have hair.
The humans may
but
have used it.
There are people. There's a theory that the Asari, that race there, manipulate other races to find them attractive.
This human must be eliminated.
pizza. I'm really hungry.
Dr. Chakwas, I think he's waking up.
And back on the ship.
You had
Yes,
us
my
worried
purple
there,
hair.
How are you
All
feeling?
metallic and shiny.
Minor throbbing.
Ayo?
Nothing serious. How long was I out?
About 15 hours. Something
Long
happened
ass
down
nap.
there with the beacon, I think.
It's my fault. I must have triggered some kind of security field when I approached it. You had to push me out of the way.
You had no way to know what would happen.
What is that smile?
Actually, we don't even know if that's what set it off.
It was worse in the original, I believe.
Unfortunately, we'll never get the chance to find out.
The beacon exploded. A system overload, maybe. The blast knocked you cold. The lieutenant and I carried
Oh, or
you
is this
to
where we get the bad smile?
I appreciate it.
What kind of look is
Physically,
that?
you're fine. But I detected some unusual
Ash, I'm gonna
traits.
romance you and then end it in the
Abnormal
most
ways.
explosive way
I
possible.
also noticed an increase in your rapid eye movement. Signs typically
Just
associated
because I'm a
with
bad
intense
person.
dreaming.
I was dreaming.
I saw... I'm not sure what I saw. Death? Destruction? Nothing's really clear.
I better add this to my report. It may... Oh, Captain Anderson.
How's our XO holding up, Doctor?
Well, all the readings look normal. I'd say the commander's going to be fine.
Glad to hear it. Shepard, I need to speak with you. In private.
Aye, Captain. I'll be in the mess if you need me.
Sounds like that beacon hit you pretty hard, Commander. Are you sure you're okay?
Yes. Yeah, that's right. He does play that in Rick and Morty. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, Keith David, I believe is the name. Yeah. Let me show you. Keith David. Yep, Keith David. Yeah, he's the president from Rick and Morty. Yeah. And in the next game, we get Sheen Martin. I think it's Sheen Martin. Is it Sheen Martin? Martin Sheen. We get him to play a character. They got some real powerhouse names behind this. Feel bad about
I
Jenkins.
don't like soldiers dying under my command.
Jenkins wasn't your fault. You did a good job, Shepard.
Why is Williams here?
Chief Williams isn't part of the Normandy crew.
I figured we could use a soldier like her.
The colony's destroyed anyway,
Assigned
right?
To the Normandy.
Or most of it. Good.
Williams is a good soldier. She deserves it.
Lieutenant Alenko agrees with you. That's why
just
I added
me?
her to our crew.
Oh, okay. I'll have to check that out in a second.
Intel dropped the ball, sir. We had no idea what we were walking into down there. That's why things went to hell.
The Geth haven't been outside the Veil in 2 centuries.
An enemy that hasn't been seen in forever
could have predicted.
was there. Yeah, exactly.
You said you needed to see me in private, Captain?
I won't lie to you, Shepard. Things look bad. Nihilus is dead. The beacon was destroyed and Geth are invading.
Oh, so a fun thing. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you this. Tell the viewers watching this here. An interesting thing about the Mass Effect, the Mass Effect series, at least the trilogy, is that it's strangely very anti-politician. Go do it yourself. And it's going. And some of the shit that happens now feels a little. It's a little weird now that I'm an adult playing politics.
I didn't do anything wrong, Captain. Hopefully the Council can see that.
But yeah, there's a dead Spectre and
I'll
a
stand
destroyed
behind
beacon.
You and your report, Shepard. You're a damned hero in my books. That's not why I'm here. It's Saren, that other Turian. Saren's a Spectre, one of the best, a living legend. But if he's working with the Geth, it means he's gone rogue. A rogue Spectre's trouble. Saren's dangerous, and he hates humans.
So Saren actually hates humans because his brother died in the First Contact War. Remember, the war they started over a war we didn't know, about a law we didn't know existed, and then they committed war crimes that they weren't supposed to do. Just a reminder. But he didn't go there for that.
He didn't come to Eden Prime because he hates humans.
You're right. Saren has allied himself with the Geth. I don't know how. I don't know why. But it had something to do with that beacon. You were there just before that beacon self-destructed. Did you see anything? Any clue that might tell us what Saren was after?
To be fair, the Turian government chose to do it. They could have been censured by the council, but nothing happened because the Turians are the darling child of the galaxy.
Just before I lost consciousness, I had some kind of vision.
A vision? A vision of what?
I saw synthetics. Geth, maybe.
Well, they are the Galactic Police. Also,
Butchering them.
they say this says the exact same thing no matter what dialogue option you choose to.
Council, Shepard.
What are we gonna tell him? I had a bad dream?
They'll still say that thing about the
We don't
synthetics
know
and all
what
that stuff.
information was stored in that beacon. Lost Prothean technology, blueprints for some ancient weapon of mass destruction.
No, that's on
whatever
Mars.
it was. Saren took it. But I know Saren. I know his reputation.
The reason he knows Saren so well is that they work together
This attack
and
was an act of war.
Anderson is the I don't remember which one it is.
He is an army of Geth in his command, and he won't stop.
But
until we
Anderson is
wipe
the
Geth
main character of a
from the face
prequel
of the
novel.
galaxy.
Of a prequel novel that explains his history with Saren, explains Saren how Saren got to this. Mars is also Mars is a gateway to hell, but it's also got a weapon of mass destruction.
I'll find some way to take him down.
It's not that easy. He's a Spectre. He can go anywhere, do almost anything.
He can commit war crimes
That's why we need
if
the
it
council
means.
on our side.
Okay, so real talk. Spectres have the equivalent of presidential immunity, but if they were like super cops, type of deal now. Modern presidential immunity, but super cops.
We prove Saren's gone rogue, and the council will revoke his
It's
Spectre
crazy.
status.
I'll contact the ambassador and see
All right.
if he
We'll
can
do
get us
cleanup on the
orders
ship,
for
and then we'll set up for the
He'll
next
want to
episode.
see us as soon as we reach the Citadel. We should be getting close. Head up to the bridge and tell Joker to bring us into dock.
All right. All right. Talk to Ashley.
Hey, Commander.
Yeah, Joker. He's Seth Green, the ship pilot. Well, no, he's the helmsman and pilot. He's both helmsman and pilot. Yeah.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. The crew could use some good news after what happened to Jenkins.
Jenkins was a valuable part of this crew.
Also, if you're rude to Ashley on the mission, she'll bitch at you about it. Be like, you were like such a dick to me.
I might not be here.
You're a good soldier, Williams. You belong on the Normandy.
Thanks, Commander. That means a lot from you. I've never met anyone who was awarded the Star of Terra.
There's nothing special about me, Williams. Anyone would have done the same.
Held off an entire enemy platoon? Alone? With all due respect, Commander, I think you've got somebody watching over you.
Things were pretty rough down there. Are you okay?
I've seen friends die before.
Yeah.
Comes with being a Marine. But to see my whole unit wiped
Her
out...
eyes are funky.
And you never get used to seeing dead civilians. But things would have been a lot worse if you hadn't shown up.
We couldn't have done it without you, Williams.
Yes, I could have.
Thanks, Commander. I have to admit, I was a little worried about...
By the way, we're basically trading her romance flags.
It's nice when someone makes you feel welcome.
I think you're gonna fit in here just fine.
If you're nice to even her or Caden even a little bit, romance triggered. Alright, hey, Chakwa. Alright, we'll talk to Chakwa in a bit. Alright. So this is where the crew sleeps, by the way. And these little... They're not even really stasis pods. They're just like... little beds. That have like adrenaline to throw you in and get you ready in. Alright, Chakwas.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe.
She does not get enough attention for how much
I figured
of
the
a
colonies
like
were teeming
mainstay
with
character she is in
exotic
some ways.
adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls.
All romanticized.
Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined. But humanity needs the Alliance if we
Right,
want to
because that's
keep
the human
expanding
government.
through the Traverse. And the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about
Okay,
opening a
so in
private
real talk,
practice back on
she's
Earth.
so good
Or
she
maybe
could be
taking
like
a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies.
she could be
There's
top
something
doctor at
special
like one of
about
humanity's
those
most
soldiers.
well-regarded
If I
hospitals.
left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was
But
abandoning them.
she downplays herself.
What do you know about Captain Anderson?
I've served with him for a few tours now. He knows when to let things slide and when to crack them.
Mark of a good leader.
The crew knows he's seen pretty much anything they'll ever run into. And he cares about the people under his command.
How well do you know the lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive service record. Over a dozen special commendations.
So now we're gonna learn about space
Tends
magic
to keep to
biotics.
himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
L2.
What does that have to do with it?
That's the implant
Well,
mod.
most biotics now use the L3.
We're using, I believe, an
Lieutenant
L3,
Allenko was
L5.
back with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications. complications.
This is crazy.
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain. There's a long list of horrific side effects.
Blood just gets migraines when he could be going insane when he uses space magic.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Alright. Oh, and we also get experience for points for codex entry, so that's why I try to go under where we get
Glad to see you're okay.
Alright, he'll explain some of that. So this is the captain's quarters. There's nothing for us here right now because we talked to Anderson. He'll tell us, hey, go tell Joker to... Alright. We'll go down that later when we have control of the ship. We'll explore more of the ship when we have control over it. There's more codex entry to be gained. But for now, I could really do Mass Effect reading the codex ASMR, couldn't I?
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. Losing Jenkins was hard enough on the crew.
Alright, so next time we will go to the Citadel and we will do one of the best missions in the game. It's all talking, minimal shoot. Okay, there is actually some shooting, but like, you know. And it's really good. It sets up the game, it sets up the rest, it sets up the world. It's got it's the priority is it, yeah, Citadel stop Saren. Yeah. That is the shit. Alright, so we're gonna make myself big. I'm gonna go to the just chatting. Alright, I'm gonna mute the desktop audio. Alright. Thank you all so very much for showing up. This was an absolute blast. We will be continuing more on Wednesday at how does 2 p.m. Mountain Time sound? Yeah, 2 p.m. Mountain Time. That'll give me enough time to get in and get settled in and get set up. Yeah, Wednesday, 2 p.m. Mountain Time. I don't remember what that is for that's like 3 p.m. Central and yada yada yada. Because holy shit, Mass Effect is fun, and I am doing far better than I thought. Last time I played this on Sanity, I got kind of cooked, but that was also my first time playing it like that. How I usually play it like hard. So yes, I'll see you all in that one. Bye!